Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am crazygingerjeff and this is CreativeCraft. We are on episode 10, wow, double digits, and today we are building a lighthouse, but you already knew that. So without further ado, let's get building. So here we are, back in the CreativeCraft world. If you missed last episode, which you probably did from my own stupidity, this was what we built last time. I do recommend going watching the video. I think it was a really good one. We've got these beautiful new trees, spruce trees, and we've got a, like a little cow farm along with a cool castle where I'd done a stone gradient going up. I quite liked it. It was one of my better videos so far. Now, if you've never seen this series before, it's fine. You're not coming in late. You can go and watch the others, but it doesn't really matter. You can just start off here. This is a world where I build a bunch of different things to give you inspiration for your own worlds. Now, whether that be for a base or just, a little bit of decoration, it really doesn't matter. So without further ado, let's get to terraforming.
Saying they can make this one.
So this is what we've got. I want the lighthouse to be obviously on the end of it and it will look cool. I will expand the ocean off camera a little bit more, but it takes a while for that little bit to render. Now, onto the actual lighthouse. I've made it elevate a little bit here. I'm going to actually build the main lighthouse part first. I want to go for a very traditional red and white, lighthouse, because I think it looks nice. So that's gonna be the bottom ring. I think if we get tuff to make it as a structural border around it like that, it will make it look like it's got more presence. But before I do the colourful swirl, I'm going to just map out how I want the actual lighthouse to be shaped. You do have to bear in mind there will be the colours. I just need to, unless we don't do it as the swirl, we just kind of no, the swirl would look bad. Alright, then this part's probably going to be one of the tallest segments, gonna go up that ish. Unless we do something like that could help actually add a little bit more shape to it. Yeah, okay. Something like that, maybe? Yeah. Okay, it's going strong, Part of it be taller than the rest of it, I think. Hold on, if I... Boom. Yeah, look at that. That looks really nice. Okay, and then I'll have, the platform up here. If I just do something like this. I don't want this like platform to stick out too much, so I'm using stairs and then a trapdoor instead of a slab, because then it makes it so it's not as harsh of a like balcony, you know, something. Yeah, something like that. I feel like it's got the effect that I want. Alright, now, okay, I've been kind of putting it off, but I think I need to do the stripes now. So if we just kind of go on the basis of, okay, we want it to be 4. So every layer go along 4, right? And then you'll get, see, look, so kind of hard to explain. So like, look, 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no, this one would have been, yeah. Wait. So if you just go on the basis of, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you just keep that consistent all the way up, then you'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, it doesn't have to be 4. It obviously depends on what your, like, you know, lighthouse looks like. And sometimes on like corners and stuff, it looks better if you just do that as well. But not that bit, but like up here, it looks better if you just, yeah. Because I'm gonna now transition it into being 3 instead. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because it's smaller up here, like that. See, now there's a gap, right? So what we do is mirror what we have on this side onto this side, right? So that one red block is on the left. Now it is here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just do the same thing, just on a different side. So then like that, now we've got the swirl around our lighthouse, which looks actually fun. Like, that looks mental at the moment. I love that. That is beautiful. Alright, now I'm going to come back up here, because now we got to make sure we got the glass in as well, and also some sort of, like, you know, barrier as well. Right, I'm going to do redstone up here. You don't have to, okay? Because this is going to be, it's going to be difficult, you know, to do, and also it depends on how big your lighthouse is. I don't even know if this is going to work in, like, to be able to put redstone in here, so we will see. It's redstone time, but let's quickly recap my history with redstone. I made a skull that's eyes, like, tore themselves apart very much. I made dispensers that kind of, like, misfire, and now I'm trying to make a working lighthouse. So if we think about it, there's going to be lanterns all there. Okay, we might be able to get away with not having these bottom ones. Or if we get an observer, perhaps. No, not that way. Like that. Ooh. Then what if we loop that around? Boom! I do want it to be slower though, so I am gonna change it from a observer clock, a redstone, unless we do a hopper clock. Actually, that's probably a better, safer bet. If I just do that, because hoppers are, they're still like decently fast, but they're slower. So then if I now put that in there, oh, do they not detect? Oh, they don't detect that. Okay, alright, cool. Let's just do that for a minute. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a quick little contraption so that the second I place a bit of redstone dust, not redstone dust, redstone torch there, it will set off this piston. So look, now we actually have a rotating thing. It's so simple. Even I can do it. Like, it looks better the further away you are, but yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot, actually. I do kind of wish it didn't, like, blink, though. What if... Right. Oh, that doesn't transfer, though. That is smoother, though. Oh, man, why? Why? Okay. Oh, there may be a chance that I can do something here. I might be able... They need to be in sync, though. That is the only issue. So, what might have to happen is we bring this up. Look, I'm not... This is gonna look scuffed, but trust me, it'll work, okay? Let's just quickly break that. Okay, that can stop cycling. Let's just say we've got... Actually, no, we'll use spruce, where is spruce? Spruce. This is our cycle. Now, what we want, we get a piston, and then we get a target block. Alright, so now the target block, the reason why it's useful in redstone is because it redirects the redstone. So instead of just going forward, it now goes there. You know, so it's useful. That's why it's used. I'm smart. Now if we get a redstone torch, we can go... Ow! How are you out of sync? Go back in sync. Not the band. Why? Huh? Why? Oh! I understand. No, okay, I get it. It's because they're not starting at the same, like, corner. So, they're in time, but not in the way that I thought they were. Look, there you go. Okay, cool. Now we can patch this up. Okay, obviously we need a roof. But that's so much cleaner now. Look at that. That's sick. Alright, cool. Let's get a roof in then. Okay, what I kind of want to do for the roof, I kind of want it to like look structural to a degree. How do I want to do that? Okay. What if we do something like that? We can hide that. We can always do that. Get them to wrap that. Then what if we do something like this? Like that. And try and... See, now that can actually do that instead, right? So we can actually hide that bit of redstone like that. That doesn't look right. Maybe if we do these as like trapdoors instead, maybe? No? Still looks weird. Like that. No. Oh, mate. Okay, what if we just shave this off for a minute? How does... That's a big Hold on, let me Google a lighthouse quickly. The thing is, lighthouses kind of do this. We can try and keep that to kind of block something. What if we just kind of embrace it as like kind of like an antenna type thing, like that? You can't. To be fair, you can't really see it. I'm just gonna keep it. I think that's good. All right, on to this part now. So now I want to do, because like lighthouses aren't just like that. They usually have like something attached to it. What have I told you? Go away. I let you go once. You're dead now. Yeah. Body in the ocean. Like, we should probably stick with spruce because like we've already started to use it now, so it's like, you know, we can't just stop using it. So I was thinking the house could kind of like curve this way a little bit and do a little bit of that sort of thing, like that. Like, it's never like a big portion of the build, so I do want to make sure it's only like a small dinky little house. And then if we just, although I do fear that that's gonna blend too much in with the floor. What if we use tuff actually? Because if we use like tuff as a border instead, then it could like tie in with the base of that. I think this main part should be like a little bit taller than like that bit. Then boom, just like that, we've got the like house attachment. That sounds like it's like an upgrade in like a game or something, but we've got the main part of the house actually attached. But that's like the house like essentially done. You know, we just add like a couple of windows here and there, and at least one, you know, roof window. You know, something like that. You know, can't go wrong with it, really, can you? But I am gonna add like border thing just like that. Nice. All right, now we put, you know, lights and stuff on the inside, so it gives the illusion that there's stuff inside. Get like glowstone, bump, 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 bump. And just like that, it looks actually lived in. Just like that. I am gonna make that some like grass as well, actually, now that I think about it. And then we'll move on to the next segment that I wanted to get. Bird. Right. So Mumbo Jumbo has made birds and he has animated them. Well, I want seagulls. Seagulls, believe it or not, are considerably smaller than geese. So I can't fit that mechanism in with the seagull design I have. And here is my seagull design. Alright, we get wool, yeah. We got lightning rod. Right. Yeah. Then we get his feet in. Then wings. Tell me that's not a seagull. Okay, please don't click off. Alright, look. It looks bad up close. But if I put it up there, yeah, where it's supposed to be, it will look good. But it needs to be rotated. So let's just build it again at a different orientation quickly. So what we do, we get two temporary blocks. We go bump, 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 bump. Then we go slash slash copy. Then we go slash slash paste. There you go, seagull. But then we stagger them, you know, and make them like different heights and like distances, right? But like seagulls, they're not like geese, you know. They go like random orientations. They're just flying about. So if we go rotate 90, then paste, you know, there might be a couple flying about elsewhere. Paste, you know, something like that, perhaps. Maybe some even a little lower is probably a little bit better. So we get a couple pasted in there. Slash rotate by 90. Paste a couple over here. Alright, now from a distance, they should theoretically. So like this is probably going to be like the thumbnail shot, by the way. And look, as the sun's coming down as well, it looks like seagulls, I think, I hope. Might change in a future video, but for this video, it's more than staying. Because I think it looks quite, actually, really nice. Alright, as a few final touches, I want to make a small little dock. I say dock, more so a pier than a dock. Just like that, you know, nothing too special, but, you know, it works. We'll wind the path, like, around here. And then we can bring it up by the castle, like up this way, and bring it around to this path around here, just like that. Boom. That looks really nice. I like that. I just want to get a few final little touches to like the grass back here to make it just like look nicer against the house. We also need to bring, you know, the path from this dock up to there as well. Alright, that's nearly good enough to be called done. I just want to add some bushes, just like, you know, dotted about, just like, you know, small little bits of shrub, you know, just like that, nothing too crazy. And then finally, going around it by me, and just like that, I think that is it. So, without further ado then, on to glamour shots.